Welcome back to the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and yet another episode of doing maintenance to Dose, the Audi project. Dose is our 2006 Audi A4 Quattro 2-liter turbo red T, which is the precursor to the S line. A little bit more power, a little bit sportier, this, that, the other thing. But anyways, we are doing yet another oil change on it because surprise, surprise, it's been yet another 5,000 miles. You can see you already got it all draining out here, everything going well. Got the belly splash pan off and whatnot. We still are getting a little film of oil under there, don't really know what's going on, but we're keeping an eye on that. Yeah, so this time we actually remembered that we were going to do some maintenance to this thing, so we called up FCP Euro. Now, this is not a paid advertisement. These guys have no idea who I am. I have no idea who they are. This is only the second order I've ever placed with them, the first being the brake pads for this thing, when we had all those problems with the Amazon brake pads. So, full retail price, regular old customer. Here's our invoice thing. You can see all regular dandy stuff. But what's cool about it, what I wanted to show you guys is, this is the oil change kit. Ignore the valve clean, I ordered that extra. But the oil change kit here is, they give you the oil, and you can pick like which brand or whatever, but they make sure you get the right grade as far as weight goes and the right Euro specification. But they also give you a oil drain plug with gasket. Now this was sealed when we got it. I opened this up so I could get the right socket size without crawling underneath the car, so ignore that. But yeah, I mean, you get this brand new oil fill plug with gasket, and of course a filter, good nice OE Hinkst one, and then look, we remembered to order that donut gasket, so hopefully this is the right one. We'll try and install this too while we're doing our oil change. It all comes in this real nice box and well packed. All that was their packing material. But yeah, really impressed with FCP Euro. Price was basically on par with Amazon, give or take a couple bucks, but considering you get the oil drain plug with gasket too, and it actually comes as the right stuff and not some knockoff that somebody else is trying to sell on Amazon and all that other stuff, like, way better for the headache. So we're going to keep using these guys. Again, this is not a paid advertisement. I'm getting nothing from this. They don't even know I'm doing it. I'm just a really happy customer, and I like passing that on when I am. Anyways, just like with the race ramps, right? Like, we bought those, and they've been great. Back to the Audi. So we're going to do the oil change. I got some valve clean, which I think just goes in the gas tank. Let me take a gander there. Pretty sure that was just the gas tanker. Another nice thing is they put it in this bag, all the liquids in the bag. So if anything leaks, it doesn't ruin everything else. Okay, yeah. Put it in when you fill the tank. So with anything like this that you put in the gas tank, you want to put it in at the gas station right before you fill up. And then when you fill up, it mixes it all in with the tank of gas. So this stuff works really well on those carbon deposits, on the intake valves, on these direct injected engines. This is like a recommended thing even from Audi. And we haven't done anything since we ran the liquid moly when we did the whole valve clean thing, which we didn't catch on camera, unfortunately. I kind of regret that. But anyways, we're going to run that through the tank when we fill her up. But tonight we're going to do the oil change and try to throw this in if it's not too much trouble, because we've got a big road trip tomorrow. Going to look at maybe another project car. I know, we got too many and we don't work on them as it is, but trust me, this will be a cool one. So I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll update you guys when we're all done with that. Well, as you can see, we've made another Valdez-sized spill down here, and I kind of want to show you why. It's this oil filter housing. This contraption holds the oil filter in it, and it's got this nifty little drainage nipple thing on it, and you have a special tool that you thread in there, and it drains it, which we do have. We bought it. You've seen it in the other videos. The problem is it doesn't get nearly enough oil out, and if there's any oil in this housing whatsoever, when you take it off, grab the light here, you see it's way up there is the housing. See it right there? At the light is kind of pointing to it. The big black round thing. It drains there. Like on everything. The cross member, the front sway bar, this AC line. I mean, it's just nuts. And then it gets back here in all of this like heat shielding and stuff, so I sprayed it all down to try and get as much oil off as I can. It's just driving me nuts. We can't pin down if this thing actually has an oil leak anywhere because we're too busy cleaning up all the oil that is residual from spilling all the time. Anyways, just ranting about the one dumb thing designed on this car. But anyways, we got the mount off. You can see there. Here it is. Who's in all of its glory. So this is the piece that is bolted to the side of the motor, and that is our little mount. And it looks like the same kind of material as the new ones. So that's okay. There we go. That's easier. All right. So here's the old one. Here's our new one, and they are the same shape. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing off of here. It's honestly not as bad as I thought it was. I saw those cracks and thought it was just destroyed all the way through, but we already bought the new one and it wasn't that much, so we'll just go ahead and slap it on there. There we go. This one is a factory mount, and there's nothing special about it. So it should, yeah, all the cracky stuff was toward the inside, so it must go on like that. Ta-da! All on. So now we just gotta bolt it back in the car. Yeah, there we go. It just needed one more little squish. Boom, done. There we go. Nice fresh mountain there. That should solve any and all of our issues going on with that. Now I just gotta put the oil filter in and finish putting all this back together. Alright, we are down off the ramps. We got the oil filter back on, the belly pan back on, filled with oil to the max line, although it will need to be topped off because there's nothing in the filter. So it's time to start the old girl up. You can see we're at 180,536. What's this? We know the beep. Really? It's for that? Alright. Now we'll go check the levels and stuff. Close the hood and call this one good. We've received the valve clean. Got it down in here in the door for next to the fuel door buttons. So when we fill her up next time, we'll throw the valve clean in, and that'll be that. So, but yeah, everything looking good. No leaks, no creaks, nothing like that. We'll just top off the oil and call this one done. So that's another round of doing maintenance on Project Audi. I know it's a little boring, but that's actually kind of the point. These cars have a reputation for being ridiculously high maintenance, and especially at higher miles, and unreliable, and we really, frankly, haven't had that problem. I mean, we had the whole coil pack thing go on when we first got it, but once we got fresh plugs and fresh coil packs and all the holes, she's been good as gravy. I mean, realistically, you know, tires just wear out, you do tires, brake pads just wear out, you do brake pads. We've only done really standard maintenance to this thing. Air filter, cabin filter, plugs. The coil packs were a little but you know, it does have 180,000 miles on it. And then this this engine donut thing is the first kind of real random thing we've had to replace. And even that, like it was, I already threw it away, but it wasn't that bad. It looked a lot worse in the mount than it did out. But I mean, the new one from FCP Euro was like $7, $8. I mean, and it took, you know, mere moments to change. I mean, I'd rather change that all day long than deal with that stupid oil filter. So realistically, I think we bought this thing with like what 157 on it or something like that. So we've put over 20,000 miles on this car already in the time that we've owned it. So, and that was what, April of 2019. So, you know, we're getting close to a year now on it, and it'll probably be 30,000 miles in a year on the old girl. And she's been running like a champ, getting great gas mileage. It's like, I don't know, between 28 and 33, depending on how much lead is in Susie's foot at the time. I mean, really, we can't complain. I mean, you could combine the cost of all of our maintenance stuff together, and it's still, you know, really inexpensive, especially considering the quality of car you get at the price that we paid for it. So, yeah, really happy with Project Audi. Got a big road trip for tomorrow, actually for the whole MLK Day weekend. So let me top all this stuff off, check tire pressures and all that stuff, and until next time, this has been the Plays with Cars YouTube channel and Project Dose, the Audi A4.